podcast. In this episode, we embark on a journey through the mist-shrouded waters of maritime mystery to unravel the tale of the Mary Celeste, the ghost ship of the Atlantic. Stay with us as we set sail into history to uncover a story that has puzzled the world for over a century. Imagine it's the late 19th century, a time ripe with seafaring advances and vessels crisscrossing the oceans. It is during this era that the Mary Celeste, originally named Amazon, is born in the shipyards of Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia. This brigantine, which would come to be known as one of the sea's greatest enigmas, was crafted in 1861. With a hull of sturdy oak and a length of just over 100 feet, she was built for durability and designed to confront the capricious seas. But little did the craftsmen know that they were shaping more than just wood and sail. They were fashioning a legend. As the years passed, the vessel changed hands amidst a series of misfortunes, including the sudden illness and death of its first captain. The ill-fated ship would later be acquired in 1872 by a consortium, including one James H. Winchester, and renamed the Mary Celeste. The ship's name, evoking the image of a celestial Virgin Mary, promised hope and good fortune, yet its future would be far from divine. The crew assembled for her infamous voyage were reputed to be experienced and skilled. The captain himself, Benjamin Briggs, was a man of staunch character, joined by his wife and young daughter, along with a hand-picked crew of 7 capable seamen. The stage was set for what should have been a routine crossing from New York to Genoa, carrying a cargo of industrial alcohol. On November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste set out on the voyage that would etch her name into the annals of maritime mystery. The ship was laden not only with its cargo, but also with the aspirations and the entrusted lives of those on board. Yet, it is this very voyage that would cast the Mary Celeste adrift in the realms of both the Atlantic and unfathomable speculation. With every nautical mile, the ship silently bore away from the known world toward an unfathomable fate that continues to beckon us to this very day. What secrets did the Mary Celeste hold hidden in her wooden embrace? What whispers of the past are entangled in her tattered sails? As the sails unfurled and the winds took favor, no one could foresee that this journey would transcend beyond the physical into an odyssey of the mind, a riddle wrapped in the shrouds of time, beckoning us to look closer, think deeper, and question what really happened upon those chilling waters. On a brisk morning in early November of 1872, the brigantine Mary Celeste prepared to leave Pier 50 on the East River in New York City. Her destination was Genoa, Italy, with an expected journey across the tumultuous Atlantic Ocean. The Mary Celeste was no ordinary vessel. Her hull, painstakingly crafted from sturdy American timber, was laden with a precious yet hazardous cargo, 1,701 barrels of commercial alcohol intended for fortifying Italian wines. Captain Benjamin Briggs, an experienced mariner, had meticulously planned the voyage. Alongside him stood his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, a small family amidst a crew of 7 competent sailors, all sharing the common goal of a successful crossing. On November 7th, Captain Briggs gave the order to weigh anchor, and with mild weather casting its favor, the Mary Celeste bid her farewell to New York's harbor. What began with routine and optimism in the following weeks would unravel into one of the most confounding maritime mysteries to be written in the logs of seafaring lore. As our tale of the Mary Celeste continues to unfold, we shift our focus to a peculiar date that would etch its name into nautical lore, December 5th, 1872. On this day, amidst the choppy waters of the Atlantic, the crew of the brigantine Dei Gratia sighted a vessel drifting aimlessly about 400 miles east of the Azores. Approaching with caution, the Dei Gratia's crew identified the aimless vessel as the Mary Celeste. What they would discover upon boarding has fueled speculation and mystery ever since. The sea was unforgiving that day as the crew of the Dei Gratia boarded the ghostly Mary Celeste. They were greeted by an eerie silence that hung over the deserted deck. The ship seemed strangely in order for a vessel devoid of life, with her sails partially set, yet some tattered and missing. The crew's personal belongings remained untouched, and a 6-month supply of food and water sat undisturbed in the hold. Meanwhile, the ship's chronometer and sextant were nowhere to be found. The captain's logbook lay open with entries up to 10 days prior, and the ship's lifeboat was missing. These perplexing signs painted a picture of an abrupt, unexplained withdrawal, leaving behind a floating enigma that has captivated the world for over a century. Further adding to the mystery, the last entry in the logbook, dated November 25th, suggested nothing untoward. The Mary Celeste had been 9 days at sea since leaving New York on her way to Genoa, carrying a cargo of industrial alcohol. Yet the condition of her discovery suggested a hasty departure. What could compel an experienced captain to order an entire crew to abandon ship? The cargo was undamaged, the weather had been fair, and yet the lifeboat was gone, and with it the souls of the Mary Celeste. To this day, the absence of struggle or evident emergency leaves us grappling with questions, the answers to which may forever remain swallowed by the deep blue embrace of the Atlantic. As we delve deeper into the enigmatic tale of the Mary Celeste, we reach the segment of our podcast where speculation abounds. Over the years, theories about the fate of this ghost ship have ranged from the logical to the outlandish, each attempting to pierce the veil of mystery surrounding its abandonment. Let's scrutinize some of these conjectures and weigh their likelihood against the known facts. The most grounded of these theories suggest human intervention in the form of piracy or mutiny. Considering the era, piracy was both a fear and a reality on the high seas. Some believe that the Mary Celeste fell victim to pirates, who, after cornering the ship and boarding it, ultimately left the vessel adrift. Still, this theory struggles to hold water as the ship's cargo, valued at a significant sum, was found untouched. A strange outcome if pirates were indeed the culprits. Similarly, the theory of a mutiny within the crew seems plausible until one considers the personal belongings left behind and the absence of violence on the ship. Another less treacherous but equally serious theory is that of insurance fraud. Fraud was not unheard of in the 19th century, and the abandonment of a seaworthy ship could, in theory, have been orchestrated for financial gain. However, this theory too falters under scrutiny. The personal effects and cargo remained, and the insurance payout was considerably less than the value of the cargo, all but sinking the notion of insurance fraud. As we wade out beyond the shores of the reasonable, we enter the realm of more fantastical explanations. Tales of sea monsters have long captivated the imaginations of sailors and landsfolk alike, stirring the pot of supernatural speculation. The Mary Celeste, found adrift without a soul on board, provided fertile ground for such far-fetched theories. Could an encounter with such a mythical beast have driven the crew to abandon ship in a terrified haste? The whisper of the paranormal also beckons with its siren call, suggesting ghostly forces or otherworldly phenomena at play. Such theories are buoyed by the ship's discovery in a virtually undisturbed state, save for the disarray that suggested a rapid departure. The allure of an inexplicable spectral influence looms over the Mary Celeste, casting long shadows of doubt on conventional explanations and captivating those who listen to the whispers of the unknown. As we move forward, it's essential to remember that while these theories offer intrigue, none have yet provided a definite solution to the enduring riddle of the Mary Celeste. As we navigate further into the enigmatic story of the Mary Celeste, we find ourselves at the crossroads of the past and the present, where modern science and historical investigations converge. This is the realm where the newest technologies and research methods attempt to shed light on the centuries-old mystery that is the Mary Celeste. Maritime experts have continued to delve into the historical records, piecing together the scant evidence left in the wake of the vessel's discovery. It was only a decade ago, in 2011, that a significant paper was published by documentarian Anne McGregor and her team, who pored over the ship's logs and contemporary accounts. Utilizing advanced simulation technologies, they proposed a compelling new theory. that a phenomenon known as an alcohol explosion might have set the stage for the crew's abandonment of the Mary Celeste. And yet, the plot thickens. With no sign of fire or explosion found by those who came upon the ship, this theory, while plausible, could not claim the final word. Further interdisciplinary investigations have combined meteorology with historical data. Experts like Dr. Phil Richardson, an oceanographer from Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, have considered a unique confluence of environmental conditions that might have led to a catastrophic waterspout, capable of causing the disarray found on the ghost ship. The science of dating and materials has also come into play. Cutting-edge chemical analysis of the ship's timber and construction materials has been contrasted with records from the shipyard where Mary Celeste was built. This granular look at the ship's composition aims to understand if structural weaknesses may have influenced the crew's decision to abandon their ship. Meanwhile, the use of forensic reconstruction has provided insights into weather patterns and possible routes taken by the Mary Celeste, aiming to reconstruct its final voyage. But perhaps one of the most tantalizing developments is the application of digital documentation and 3D modeling. In recent years, specialists have started using this technology to recreate conditions on the Mary Celeste when it was found, right down to the placement of barrels and personal effects. This immersive approach allows us to step onto the decks of the Mary Celeste, if only virtually, to witness the silence and mystery that would have greeted the Dei Gracia's crew. To this day, each new discovery and hypothesis brings us closer to understanding, yet the mystery remains largely intact. The layers of the Mary Celeste's tale continue to inspire inquiry and spark imagination as we sail through the shadowy waters of history. The tale of the Mary Celeste has weathered the storm of time, sailing beyond the realm of historical maritime records to firmly anchor itself in the harbor of popular culture. The ghost ship story has become a touchstone for countless storytellers, artists, and filmmakers intrigued by the enigma of its abandoned state. Whether it's through adaptations in literature, such as The Mystery of the Sea by Bram Stoker, or the numerous documentaries and dramatizations that have been aired over the years, the saga of this derelict vessel captures the imagination like few other legends can. Our innate attraction to the Mary Celeste narrative is a testament to our human need for mystery. The unsolvable nature of her fate touches on our deepest curiosities and our appetite for the inexplicable. It's a reminder that even in an age ruled by science and technology, there are tales that defy rational explanation. The human psyche craves puzzles, conundrums that challenge our understanding and call upon the detectives within us to seek out the truth, or at least to ponder the possibilities. As we draw the sails on this episode, the spectral wake of the Mary Celeste endures, churning through the waters of our collective consciousness. It is this enduring mystery that sparks dialogues, debates, and creative endeavors, ensuring that the ghost ship's journey is far from over. It will continue to inspire, to mystify, and to kindle that eternal flame of curiosity, a beacon through the fog of history that calls to each new generation, challenging them to decode its untold secrets. Thank you for joining us on this enigmatic journey with the Daily History Podcast. If you've enjoyed sailing through history and into the heart of one of the sea's greatest mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and share with your fellow history enthusiasts. Join the conversation below this episode and suggest what mystery you'd like us to explore next. The idea with the most likes will steer our course for a future episode. Until next time, keep pondering the past, and thank you for listening.